Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. Don't forget to subscribe. But today we are talking about BMW, Bavarian Motor Works, the cars without turn signals. They are going China with their artificial intelligence, and I am not a fan of this at all. Now, here's what's going on, and Jack Aylmer, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Jack, of SAN News, basically has the report here because BMW said that it's going to be implementing DeepSeek, the Chinese-based AI open source large language model, into its new models in China later this year in 2025. Now, according to BMW's CEO Oliver Zipse, he said, and I quote, "Key advances in AI are happening here. We are strengthening AI partnerships for integration in our vehicles in China. Starting later this year, we will integrate AI integration from DeepSeek in our new vehicles in China," end quote. And for the record, China is very proud of DeepSeek because they say it was made for a fraction of the cost of OpenAI, one of their direct competitors, and it can run on a heck of a lot less. And while nobody believes DeepSeek was actually made for $6 million US, it definitely was cheaper and leaner and more efficient. So here we are. Now, Zipse, the CEO of BMW, did not go into specifics how the technology will be employed, but this is a privacy nightmare for BMW. Now, aside from our own internal testing, I have actually done testing on DeepSeek. We caught this thing basically in a clean lab, sending data back to China. The South Koreans now are basically have an investigation on this as well, and they found that DeepSeek shared local user data with both Chinese and US companies without permission or knowledge of the Koreans that were using it. So Korean authorities are saying that in one specific instance, DeepSeek transferred data from user-written AI prompts in addition to information within the device used. The information was then reportedly transferred to a cloud service platform known as Beijing Volcano Engine Technology Co. I wonder where they're located. So, will BMW only use DeepSeek in basically the Chinese models, for that market, China only, or are they basically going to put this all over the place? And that's really what remains to be seen. Now, we've seen Mercedes-Benz, for example, integrate into their MBUX system artificial intelligence from OpenAI and ChatGPT. I had the chance to play with that and ask it questions, and I was like, "Hey, Mercedes, basically give me a history quiz on World War II." I think is one of the things, and it started asking me questions, and I could answer it and have conversations with it, or I could ask it stuff like, "Hey, what happened in the news?" Blah 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 blah, and it's usually pretty up to date on these things, and that's pretty impressive. But if BMW decides to make their core platform around the world DeepSeek, that's a big concern given that the Chinese are data mining the ever-living bejesus out of this. And if you're driving a Beamer, that's a problem because they're going to get a lot of info on you, especially natural language as you're talking to it, audio recordings. They've got, the biometrics of your voice, possibly face, because all these cars have cameras integrated now, especially luxury vehicles. So there you go. Not a fan. And if they are going to integrate all of this, you can count me out from buying a Beamer for the foreseeable future because I ain't going to do that. I'm not even a fan that Mercedes is using OpenAI's ChatGPT, but here we are. I know that's the way of the world these days, and not all of us are going to drive cars from the 1960s for the rest of our lives. So it is what it is. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well, Mastodon and Blue Sky also. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please, please, please attempt to stay private, secure, and informed. Take care.